We're going on the record. Court is calling 2020 CR 7235, State of Texas versus Moses Albert Martinez.
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
For the defense,
Tilden Schaefer for Mr. Martinez.
are you Mr. Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, you entered a plea on March 26 to count 1 and count 3. You entered a plea of guilty. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. And today we are here for sentencing. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment was to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,500 fine, and the state opposes your application, and they're taking a case into consideration. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have both parties had a chance to review the TAP evaluation? State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No.
No objection to the state, Your Honor.
All right. Is there a reason there's like this long line over here? Oh, so here's the thing, off the record. I told every attorney, if y'all would just have a seat, if you put your file down, they're going to call you in the order of appearance. And just standing there, those steps don't count because you're not moving. So if y'all will have a seat, because you know what? The deputies have to keep an eye on the people in the box for security reasons. Thank you. All right, we're back on the record. State you're opposed.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Your Honor, the defendant has a pretty significant criminal history. It looks like in 2011, he was sentenced to 3 years in the prison for a drug offense. In 2013, he was sentenced to 6 years in the prison for a 1 to 4 gram drug offense, Your Honor. It doesn't look like, I don't believe that he'll be successful. He's placed on community supervision, Your Honor. So that's why we're asking for time, Your Honor.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
Just my client, Your Honor.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Moses Martinez.
All right. Defense?
Mr. Martinez, can you explain to the court why it is you're asking her for probation despite your record?
Your Honor, because when I was on the run for these 4 years, I had a job and I have a new family with 3 stepkids, and I just wanted to see if you can give me a second chance to show you. I have a drug problem, but I feel like with a second chance.
Well, Moses, when you were arrested on this case that you pled guilty to, the judge found you guilty. You were high that day. Is that correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
what were you high on?
I was high on heroin.
And you were found in the parking lot of an academy with 2 other young men with you, right, who also were arrested, who had been shoplifting. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So when the police investigated and searched the vehicle, they found syringes, they found heroin, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you were a heavy user at the time. And you recall when I first met you and I was representing you, do you remember where you were as far as your drug record?
Yes, I was pretty lost. But actually, when I did go on the run, like I found a job with the Reliant moving company, and
Okay,
I've been.
all right, but I'm talking about back in the day when you first met me, before you went AWOL from court, you were a heavy user,
Yes,
correct?
yes, sir.
In fact, we didn't have a great relationship at that time, did we? You were pretty mad at me, weren't you? Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
You wanted me to get the case dismissed, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So since that time, you've been away, but how long have you been in jail since you got arrested on the warrant for missing court here?
The day after Valentine's.
Okay, so since February 15th, you've been in jail. So that's about, I don't know, 3 months, whatever. Okay. Would you say maybe your mind's a little clearer after cleaning out for 3 months?
Yes, sir.
Now, you're asking this judge for probation, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. But you're not asking to walk out of the courtroom today, are you? You're asking to go into inpatient
Yes. Yes, sir.
because you understand that you still need that level of help to make sure you don't slide back to using heroin.
Yes, sir.
You understand that until the day you die, you're going to be an addict.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're never going to beat it. You just manage it. Okay.
Yes,
So, you have a very long criminal history. Okay. A lot of it is drugs. Okay. And how old are you now?
I'll be 40 in a couple months.
Do you want to spend the rest of your life going in and out of prison?
No, so
Why not?
I don't want to lose this family that I got.
I pass away, Mr.
Hi, Mr. Martinez. My name is Hank Wilkins. I'm one of the prosecutors here. If I ask you anything that you don't understand, just let me know. I'll try to phrase it, okay? Did your attorney go over this with you? This is the PSI, the pre-sentence investigation. Did he go over this with you?
Well, we can start.
Well, we were here previously.
You remember talking to somebody for them to put this together,
Yes,
somebody
sir.
for probation? Okay. So you remember talking to him about the day you got arrested? Okay. So do you remember what you told him about being at the academy?
Yeah, but that was the last one. Yes, I do remember.
Okay. You said that you were waiting in the truck and you didn't know they were stealing
Yeah.
stuff, right? So do you feel like you're taking responsibility for why you got arrested?
Yeah.
You feel like you are, even despite what you told these folks.
Well, I mean, I know I got to get punished, you know. I was, what do they say, like, guilty by association.
Okay, so you feel like you are taking responsibility for the reason you're in court today. Okay.
Yahan case serious hojada high judge clear car rahihain kapli bargain kabajud sentencing koi formality nahi hodi 10 solka cap matlab safety net high guarantee nahi.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any other questions?
Just one quick, Judge. Hopefully quick.
Oh, no, take your time.
Well, so the prosecutor just asked you that when you said in the PSI interview that you didn't know these two young men were shoplifting.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay, but you weren't saying that you weren't in possession of heroin, were you? No? Or yes?
No, yeah, I had it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
Nothing
but
further.
the
Judge.
shoplifting, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay, nothing further.
All right. I have a question. These stepchildren you have, how old are they?
One's 13, one's 8, and one's 6.
All right. How long have you known their mother?
8 years.
I'm sorry?
8 years.
All right. So she knows about your criminal history?
Oh, yes, yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else from either side? Court will hear argument.
Your Honor, we're asking for time. I don't believe that the defendant is taking responsibility here in this case. I think that's clear from the tap and from what he's said to the court today, Your Honor. So that's why we're asking for time.
All right. How much time are you asking for?
Judge, the last time he went for 6 years, we're asking for 6 years again.
All right.
Judge, I'm asking that you place him in intensive inpatient like the TAP had asked for. I think the TAP, I thought when I read the TAP, it said that he was highly motivated and they're asking for state ISF. So I would ask that you do that. If you just want to go off his criminal history, then you just have to give him time. But if you look at him as a person.
Oh, everybody knows I look at everyone as a person. I don't look at anybody as a criminal or a defendant. We are human beings here.
So I think this is someone who's realizing he's just got to stop this behavior. He's not coming in here and asking you, hey, put me in inpatient, outpatient, or what have you. He understands there's a wait for that bed. He understands that's a long program. He understands all those things. He understands the level of his addiction, Judge. So I'm asking that you place him on that probation, max him out as you need. If you're not inclined to give him probation, Judge, then I would ask that you give him a lower sentence, somewhere in the 4 to 5 year range.
All right. So this is what I see of his criminal history. Of his criminal history, I see that there was inhalant abuse. And inhalant abuse is one of the worst things that you can do because it kills your brain cells immediately. So I see that from his history. And then everything else he has which the history is not great. I see possession of marijuana. I see possession less than a gram. I see possession 1 to 4 grams. He was sent to jail. I see another possession that was dismissed. Another possession that was dismissed. I see another possession in 2011 where he went to prison. I see a possession from 2013 where he went to prison. And now we're here with this case. And I know the case says possession with intent to deliver, but based upon the stipulations that the court has reviewed, there were items for using drugs, and it appeared that some had already been used because you could see the pipe with the heroin in it. So I'm going to give you a choice. Here are your choices. 1, I can sentence you to 6 years in the prison, or you can have inpatient treatment. But let me just tell you something about the inpatient treatment in this court, and let me tell you about probation in this court. I have people who tell me, who have never been to prison, they tell me, Judge, I would just go prison instead of doing your probation because your probation is hard. You know better than I do whether or not you can be successful at this or not successful at this. And what I will tell you, the only way that I'll consider giving you the probation is if you all decide to apply for deferred adjudication. And your counsel will tell you with deferred adjudication, the full range of punishment is available from the court, which would be 5 to 99 years or life in prison. Oh, I think he may need time to talk about it, because here's the thing. When people come, we can go off the record. When people come before me and they're trying to stay out of prison, you know what they'll tell me? I'll do probation for life. And believe it or not, there's some places where people are on probation for life. They will tell me, I'll do probation for life. I'll report every day. That's because you're looking at the immediate and not looking at long term. So immediate for you, you don't want to go to prison. But I think your attorney needs to sit down and talk to you about this range of punishment, because what it will mean is if you come before me on a motion to revoke, and if it's deemed to be true, you're looking at 99 years in prison, not the cap of 10 that the state was offering you. So I'm going to give you some time to talk to your attorney about that so you can look at it objectively and not, oh, I don't want to go to prison. You understand? So if you all will step back and discuss that. All right, we're back here on Moses Albert Martinez. Oh, what do you wish to do?
10 years probation.
All right, you want to pull the application for deferred?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am, for a second chance.
You're welcome. Oh, no, we're not done yet. They just need to fill out an application.
Oh,
Oh, no, it should not be the 26 on here. That's okay.
We signed one earlier, just for regular probation.
State caught argument, Bilkel straight high past behavior, future risk, dicota, high jab prosecution, community supervision, won't work, Katie high to judge, ka focus sita, public safety, parchella jada high.
There's nothing written on
This application for this type of probation, this is where March.
Oh, somebody put March on there? Oh, you can just change it to me.
Like we just discussed.
All right, we're going to go back on the record on Moses Albert Martinez in 2020 CR 7235. I have parties reannounced for the record for the state.
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense.
Tilden Schaefer for Mr. Martinez.
All right, and you are Mr. Martinez, correct?
yes, ma'am.
All right. So according to your original plea bargain agreement, it was a cap of 10 opposed. Are you asking that the court consider your application for deferred adjudication?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason a motion to revoke were filed, and if your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to apply for deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court is going to find, as previously stated, counts 1 and counts 2, sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt. The court is going to grant your application for deferred adjudication. Court will place you on 10 years deferred adjudication. There's going to be a referral to felony drug court. And if he's not accepted, then he's going to safety. He's to remain in custody until he's transferred to felony drug court for safety. Upon release, there's to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. The UA hotline until further notice. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Field visits one time per month for 6 months. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. 300 hours of community service restitution. And the MRT. And parenting classes. Once the parenting classes are completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. The joy you're feeling now without going to prison, when probation gets hard for you, you need to remember this moment, the joy where you were telling me, oh, I'll do this. I'll report every day. Remember that when you have to report once a month. Remember that when probation is coming to your house for a field visit to make sure everything is okay. Do not come back to court and saying, oh, it's too hard. I have to do this and that. Remember, you were looking at going to prison. In this court, communication is key to be successful at probation. You need to let them know what the issues are happening in your life. I know sometimes I used to be a defense attorney. You would tell your client, don't tell them this, don't tell them that. But in this court, honesty is the best policy. If there's an issue, let them know. If after you come out of inpatient treatment and you feel like you're about to use again, let your probation officer know. If you feel like they're not addressing it, come to court. If I'm here, we'll address it. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
I just want to make sure, clarify for him mostly. You said no unsupervised contact with minors. And
Yes.
there are 3-step.
Yeah, no unsupervised contacts. And let me just tell you while I'm doing this, I don't just try to divide families and do all of this, but in the state you're in right now, you shouldn't be having contact with minors unless it's unsupervised, because you are not at the point in your life where you're clean and sober. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 3802 and 2024 CR 4234, State of Texas versus Anthony Cantu. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
Nick Aguilar on behalf of Mr. Anthony Kennedy.
And are you Mr. Cantu?
Yes, ma'am.
In each of the cause numbers, you entered a plea of guilty, applied for deferred adjudication. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your punishment be assessed at 8 years in the prison. Cases ought to run concurrently, and they are opposing your application for deferred adjudication. Are the parties ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Judge, when we entered our plea, you did not specifically ask for a PSI. You
Yes.
used those words. You just wanted
The
a
criminal history
criminal
and the,
history and a gang thing.
yes.
I do not, I know some of my client's criminal history. He does have a prior trip to the pen
Okay.
on a sex-related case. And he tells me that there is no gang history. Never been documented as a gang, anything like that.
Okay. All right. The court has reviewed the criminal history. Is there anything from the defense?
No, Your Honor, other than if I could ask.
Oh, no.
All right. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah, moment emotional high family kids, second chance Lekensol, yeah, high Kia words addiction SEs IATA, strong oat hain AAP Kia, Sokti, ho probation you prison.
All right. You can lower your hand and state your name for the record, please.
Anthony Cantu.
All right, defense.
Yeah, Mr. Cantu, you've expressed a desire to apply for deferred adjudication on these matters, correct? So what would you like to tell the judge concerning your application? Why should you get deferred?
To tell you the truth, that I didn't have time to discuss with you because I didn't know what to say until now. But if there's any way you can try to give me the probation to be out there, because I am supposed to losing custody of my son and from the system, and I can't do no program while I'm incarcerated to try to get my son back. And we have a trial for my son, court for my son in July, and I was trying to see if there's a possibility you can give me another chance to be out there so I can try to at least do the steps and the programs that they require me to do, so I can get close to having my first son. I never had one before, and
So have you had other children?
no,
So this is your first child ever?
first child.
Okay. You can continue.
And I just said I really appreciate it if you would give me a chance to go out there to do my classes with the CPS lady wanted me to do drug crime classes and outpatient, inpatient. And if I completed it, I can always get my son back. By being locked up, I can't do no programs being PC.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Cantu, you did have one prior supervision that did get revoked, correct? Can you tell the court why you got your supervision revoked?
Just for having a smartphone.
It was a sex registration supervision. You got revoked over having a smartphone.
Okay. All right. Here's the thing. I want you to know that, as I always tell everybody, I view everybody as a human being. I look at things and make a decision, and I'm always hopeful that I'm making the right decision. The problem is that I don't have a crystal ball. Like, if I had a crystal ball, I could say, oh, I'm giving this person probation, they're going to commit a crime tomorrow. Or I'm sending this person to prison and they never would have committed a crime. I don't have that. So I just have to deal with what I have before me and the evidence that's presented to me. I don't think you would be a good candidate for probation. So I'm not going to grant your application. This is what the court is going to do. I'm going to find you guilty in each cause number. I'm going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison. I'm going to give you credit for any time served. The cause numbers were run concurrently, and I'm going to take into consideration 2024 CR 3367. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing from either side?
No, Your Honor, did I submit a dismissal on that already?
I am not sure. That file?
I can submit that to the court.
All right.
Nothing further from the judge.
All right. Sir, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? All right, because these are plea bargain agreements, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. And each cause number, I will request the therapeutic community, whether they place you in that community or not, you'll have to request it. I have no control over them doing that. Okay. All right. We can go off the record. Here's the thing.
Judge Yahan Koi Sugar Coating Nahi Kar Rahi Addiction Lifetime Hodi Hi Ya Line Courtroom Mean Rarely Itni Blunt Hodi Hi Ya Wake Up Call High Surf Defendant Kalia Nahi.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's already showing that you dismissed it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Here's the thing. I know Child Protective Services, sometimes they will tell you, oh, if you do this and you do that, you get your child back. But based on your history, and I could be very wrong in this, based on your history, I don't think they're going to give you your child back. But you can still try and work towards that goal. Regardless, you still need to do parenting classes. And I hope that you're in contact with your attorney on the CPS side and let them know what's happening with you and give them names of relatives that you think would be a good placement for your child. All right, good luck to you.
Deferred adjudication Yahan Gift B High or Gamble B AAJ Freedom KAL Agar Probation Toot Gaya Tasita 99 Salka Risk Ya Legal Chess Move High is poor hearing ka bottom line ya High Judge Any Mercy D Lekan Rope Lambi Nahi Rocky of Success. Ya failure court kahath main nahi defendant ka discipline main high.